The AFC North race is heating up, and the Steelers find themselves in a little bit of a predicament following Week 6 action, as the Steelers went into the bye week sitting atop the AFC North. And then they come out of Week 6 after not playing, and the Baltimore Ravens move into first place with a big win against the Tennessee Titans. Then you have the Cleveland Browns inch up and tie the Steelers for second with a 3-2 record. The Steelers do hold the tiebreaker, which is a good thing to have in your back pocket. But the Browns get a big win against a very tough 49ers team on a late missed field goal by the Niners. Then you have the Bengals coming up the leaderboard and squaring their record to 3-3, looking to be a lot better after a dismal start, and people were starting to count them out. However, Joe Burrow is inching his team back into the race. But can the Pittsburgh Steelers go on a run here after the bye week? Did they do enough during the bye week? I thought it was a pretty quiet bye week. No big changes in personnel, no big scheme type changes, no coaching changes, nothing. Nothing to be excited about, except for there's a few things that we can be excited about. Kenny Pickett gaining some weapons back. For the first time since the first half of Week 1, Kenny Pickett could have all his weapons at his disposal, at least 99% of them. And Pat Freiermuth might be a little bit of a questionable one. He's going to try to give it a go this week to be able to play in Los Angeles. I think Deontay Johnson, after hearing him speak, you're going to have him at Kenny's disposal. Anthony McFarland may make a return here in Week 7. And that could be big special teams-wise. Also adding a little bit of a wrinkle into the offense. But Kenny Pickett could have his first chance, really, since the first half of Week 1, to actually have all his weapons. And that could prove to be very big for your Pittsburgh Steelers. So, the Steelers going on a run, I think it could happen. I think the Steelers may have hit the bye week at the right time for them, considering they were so beat up across the board. Also, after these injuries heal up and you get some of them offensive players back, Cam Hayward might not be far behind those guys. I look for him in mid-November to be making a return. So the Steelers could have some bright spots, some big-time things to look forward to. But they have to come out of the bye playing their best football, and hopefully they made enough adjustments inside that building during the bye and thought of it coaching-wise to be able to make some wholesale changes in some key areas, especially offensively, because the defense can keep them in games. But offensively, these Steelers have to be better, and they have to be better fast, because now we're approaching the meat of the season, and there isn't much room for error now, considering how tight this division race is. And when the Pittsburgh Steelers come out there in Week 7 against the Los Angeles Rams, it's not going to be a gimme win. The Los Angeles Rams just won on Sunday. They just keep finding ways to win also. And they're just playing some gutsy football and figuring it out and trying to stay in that win column. And this season, when the schedule came out, we all probably marked that as a W, considering what transpired inside that organization out in Los Angeles. We all probably thought this might be an easy win for the Steelers after watching how they played in the preseason. But once the regular season started, there's no win that I would guarantee for this Pittsburgh Steelers team, at least not right now. They're not playing complete football. And hopefully they can get it together. And hopefully things do start to mesh. And Kenny Pickett can start to get comfortable with his offensive line. Because that's what it's going to take for this team to start making moves going forward. Kenny Pickett has to find his rhythm. Has to be able to become better with Matt Canada in terms of scripting those first 25 plays or so. And really being able to get on a roll. This Pittsburgh Steelers defense has to continue to stay healthy and continue to make big-time plays to support this offense until they can get the training wheels off. Matt Canada, though, has to be better. And if he isn't, I don't know how Mike Tomlin can continually wheel him out there knowing the product that he's putting on the field. I do still think, after our last video, I still think the offensive line is a big, huge issue, and I'm hoping Broderick Jones continues to grow and becomes that franchise left tackle. I'm hoping James Daniels returns soon, and the Pittsburgh Steelers can maybe move him to center and get Mason Cole up out of there, because he's played horrible. Chuks Okorafor has to be better. Isaac Seumalo has to become that leader on that offensive line and really start guiding these guys to be successful and start teaching them how to gel a little bit. We've seen it last season when the offensive line started to do better. The Steelers offense started to be able to produce, started being able to do some more things. But Kenny can't rely on being Kenny comeback all the time there in the last minutes, getting those late last minute drives to win ball games. That's not a good formula to win and be consistent and be atop the division and be a division leader and sit as one of the AFC elites. You have to be able to dominate some football games, and you have to have that comeback ability also. But you have to be able to prove that you can dominate some wins and be able to really beat people that you should. And the Pittsburgh Steelers find themselves going into week 7 in one of those types of games. I think the Steelers need to go in there and lay a ass beating on the Los Angeles Rams to really prove a point more than anything, to prove a point to the rest of the AFC North that they are for real and that they are coming and that they're ready to play football now after the bye and got a little bit healthier. I think it could happen. I think it could also flop the other way, as we all know. But I think the Steelers have an excellent chance now after getting healthy to really make a run and really get back into the thick of things in the entire AFC, especially that AFC North. So, guys, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit and where the Steelers sit after their bye week and where they move going forward into week 7. We're going to break down more of the Rams-Steelers game in a couple different episodes as we move throughout the week. And hopefully the Pittsburgh Steelers can start to show some promise, show some ability when they're speaking, that they're like, they got some confidence when they're talking to the media, and that things look a little bit better and things aren't so dismal for a 3-2 football team that was literally just in first place. When the feeling's that bad, it kind of sucks to take away from being 3-2, where we've started bad here in the last couple years and not really had great starts as of late. So we need to be able to enjoy this. So hopefully the offense gets back on track. But like I said, we're going to talk more about this Steelers matchup with the Rams moving throughout the week as we break this game down and where the Steelers have to be better moving into week 7. So again, guys, thanks for stopping through. This is Mike Drop Sports. I'm your host, Jason, and I appreciate you coming. And until next time, peace.